Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. A rather underwhelming start as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Makes the grab. Turning it on. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
Well, what's the point in waiting? Why not get one of your best players involved in the game right off the bat? They take a shot, their big target outside, shows off his athletic ability, and right away this offense is humming.
Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on first down. The give to the back. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line. It's pretty obvious what's at stake here, guys. A top 10 matchup, winner, good shot at the playoff, and the loser is probably going to need some help.
Yeah, so further cementing your resume, making that exclamation point on the schedule, giving that committee something to look at and go, here's a top 10 win. This is a big deal for my schedule. Big proving moment.
And that's why you play football for one of these two programs, for games like this, for the opportunity to reach the college football playoff. You knew these two teams were on a collision course. That's the opportunity ahead of you. Go get it done in front of a lot of eyeballs watching.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, it's so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
The Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane.
The coaches always talk about starting fast and taking that opening drive and really setting the tone for the football game. And that is exactly what they did. And they finish it with a good brand of physicality. Running the football, ending the drive, and getting off to the 6-0 start.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Clemens. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. off to the tailback. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4. Man, what a matchup. The stakes are really high. Both teams in the top 10 playoff positioning. All the things that go with a midseason showdown, guys.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little bit more juice, too, because both teams in playoff contention, both teams high aspirations, a big showdown, a big prove-it game, Palmer, for both these squads.
And it's been fun because these two teams seem to be revving up right at the right moment. They've gotten better and better as the weeks have progressed, and now we've got this major clash, head-to-head in front of the entire country, all eyes watching.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They go to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
To the air on 2nd down. Working that left side now. Nice pickup there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Alabama quickly back to the line. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Shoots it to the left. He makes a catch. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously, the politically.
Got some room, made it to the goal line. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown time.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Quickly complete. Breaks into the open. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 37.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting his defense on alert early.
Oh, he makes the catch. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule and it makes those 3rd downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
And the Canes are moving quickly down the field. To the air on 1st down. Makes the catch. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable. Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
He holds it in, and nobody's close. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Max going for the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Canes!
Well, I think the coaching staff and fans knew that this guy was going to play a big role in this offense this year. But I don't know if anyone expected him to have this kind of season statistically, guys. That's his 20th rushing touchdown on the season.
And they did tack on the extra point. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. Pulled and finds his man on the left. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands, and I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways.
And he's still running after the move. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. They have set the tone in this one already inside a minute to play in a wild first quarter. From the gun, running back gets to give. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Throws to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Yeah, and listen, that dude is a dude. I get it. I mean, he's an absolute stud, and I want to find ways to get him the football, but maybe not force feed him in that situation when he's got two guys on him.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. Unloads quickly. He cannot get there. It'll be fourth down.
And that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. Alabama facing fourth down as we open play here in the second quarter. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of them. There he goes! And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
That's a nice-looking run, man, and what a legacy here when you think about Edgerrin James and Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Clinton Portis, game breakers at the running back position. This guy, he seems like he's destined to play on Sunday.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. And the Canes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to go up top. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Miami! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you get receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Got his man. Got a lot of room to the right. The 30. 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Alabama!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Extending the play. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Oh, he's got some space. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. You get a guy who can do that on the outside, and it's sort of in the DNA of Miami's program.
Yeah, just speed. Those are guys that put fear in you. Those are the track stars that the Sunshine State produces so many of them. Those guys can absolutely fly.
The Hurricanes come to the line in the hurry-up. Offense changing the play. Back to pass on second down. The quick out. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. And the Hurricanes will snap it on 1st and 10. Let's go! Running back searching for a hole. Shakes off the defender. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
A lot of times when you think about speed back, speed, you think on the edge. You don't think in between the tackles. You don't think about breaking tackles. They try to break your ankles. The problem is when you're trying to run there as fast as you possibly can, a lot of times you don't get to put a good hit on him, and in turn you see he breaks tackles and makes big plays.
And you got to love this if you're the defensive coordinator because your defense stayed disciplined. They didn't over-pursue to the running back. They stayed home, played great with their eyes, and they were able to make a play.
Touchdown, Hurricane! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out, start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
Number 18, set to advance on the football.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Clemens. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Just missed on the connection, incomplete. Guys, let's chat about Alabama. They'd love to win this one today, secure that spot in the conference championship game, a remarkable achievement. They can't really think this one's in the bag yet.
No, they've just got to continue focusing on the task at hand. I think that's a big reason why they're in this position.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. Trying to take it back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
How great has this linebacker been in coverage these last 2 games now? That's now his 3rd interception in 2 games. He had 2 last week. First interception in this game on the opening drive. He's not only good against the run, he's not only good rushing the passer, but this guy is a monster in coverage.
The Canes in the hurry-up.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Got his man downfield. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now 1st and goal.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Canes. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And the returner is stopped. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Off the play fake on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
This pass rush is real, man. They force the quarterback, they flush him out to the left, and he's trying to scramble around, find an open guy. They still are able to get a hit on him, and that forces the incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Corner's going to give them room. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Oh, he wants it all. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Unloads to the wideout. On target to the left. And defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
Timeout, Miami.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Finds space on the right. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Got his man. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bama!
We needed that. They needed to punch the ball in the end zone. They needed to cut this to a 2-score game, and they needed some positive momentum. Something going well, something to point to at half to say, guys, we got a chance. That drive, they put it together. Nice job by this offense.
Still just a 2-possession game. A lot of time to go as they try for the onside kick here. The defense calls the timeout. Their 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Bringing it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Slings it downfield. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
Well, this is huge for this defense because they're playing against a Heisman-caliber quarterback, a guy that can hurt them in a variety of ways. They better be able to get pressure on him throughout the course of this game. They did right there.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Running behind that left side. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He's going for it all. Makes the grab down the left side. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
Man, last week was great for this young man, but man, again, showing you he can do it at a high level, just working the whole field, using different guys. He is absolutely on fire right now.
He's got it. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Quarterback making checks. Wants to throw on 1st down. Moves around to clear up the vision. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Touchdown, Miami! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
comes from inside his own 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. One more snap coming before halftime. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Leon. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Canes will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Clemens. He's not even going to make it to the 20, much less the 25. He'll mark it out of bounds at the 18. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive. One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the wideout. Fires it incomplete. Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Defense not showing press coverage. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it on the outside. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Wants to throw again. Unloads it left. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Looking for more room. He's at the 40.